In the last section, we learned how to temporarily reconfigure a single terminal window to access our Docker server running inside the virtual machine. I want to remind you again, you have to rerun that command every single time that you open up a new terminal window. All right, so I'm going to very quickly paste this inside of here just to make sure it's really clear that I'm going to reconfigure my current terminal window right here. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about why we would want to do this at all. Why would we want to reach into the virtual machine and take a look at the Docker server and all the containers that are running inside there? Well, I put together a couple of reasons that I think you might want to do this. This is not an exhaustive list by any means, so I just want you to have an additional tool in your little toolkit for working with Kubernetes so that you can understand how to kind of get a better idea of how to play around with all this stuff. All right, so a couple of reasons that you might want to mess around with Docker inside of our node. The first reason is that you can use all the same debugging techniques that we had learned much earlier in this course to inspect containers and get logs from them and do all that kind of stuff when you connect to the copy of Docker running inside the node. So for example, remember right here again, I just reconfigured my shell. So I'm going to do a Docker PS. And when I do so, I can scroll all the way back up to the top and get the ID of my multi-client container right here. So I'm going to copy that ID. Now I can get logs out of that container by doing a very classic Docker logs and then the ID of the container. Remember, this is something we covered way long ago at the very start of the course. Now in this case, our container has not emitted any logs, so I get nothing back here, but I could do other commands as well, such as say executing